Good morning, class. This is your English teacher, Sanjay. I welcome you all to yet another session of YouTube, wherein we discuss lessons of English Marigold from time to time. So here we are back with yet another lesson. This time we shall take up the fifth unit. Alright, and fifth unit as well, there are two lessons. Today we shall take up the first lesson, which is a poem. Okay. So I suggest you to open your book alongside so that you find it easy while reading and following. Okay. So open your English Marigold text. We are starting. You need 5 today. We will take up the poem called Zoo Manners. Okay. What is the name of the poem? Zoo Manners. So all of you open your book and get ready as we read along. Okay. So before we actually begin, let's try to understand what this poem is about. So zoo. Do you all know what zoo is, class? Zoo is a place where different kind of animal like elephant, monkey, giraffe, bear are kept. Is it? Let's take a look at the pictures of animals in the book. You see, here is a monkey hanging himself onto a tree, isn't it? What is it? It is a monkey. Then what do we have? As we move along, we find this camel, right? This camel, the name of this animal is camel. Hump. This part of his body is called hump. Alright. Then we have other animals as well. As you can see, there is this penguin, right? And then what do we have? So we have a large hippo as well. Class, you see this furious animal that you see over here is called hippopotamus. Okay, hippopotamus. This also is visible. And on top of hippo, as you can see, there is this bird, alright, which is green in color. So class, since the discussion about animals is over, now it's time we read the poem. Read along as I read. Okay. Zoo manners. Zoo is a place where animals are kept so that we can go and see. Manners refers to the way you behave and do certain things. Okay, so we are going to read this poem called Zoo Manner. Just stay along and read. Yeah, what does it say? Let's see. Be careful what you say or do when you visit the animals at the zoo. Don't make fun of the camel's hump. He is very proud of his noble bump. Don't laugh too much at the chimpanzee. He thinks he is as wise as you or me. The class is a simple poem about all this beautiful zoo animals. Alright, let's read further. And the penguins strutting around the lake can understand remarks you make. Treat them as well as they do you, and you will always be welcome at the zoo. Written by Eileen Matthews. So I'll read this poem again, stanza wise, and explain. Okay. So let's start. Zoo manners. Be careful what you say or do when you visit the animals at the zoo. So the poet is asking us to be careful about what we say. Okay, to be careful about what you speak or what you do whenever you go to place like zoo. Okay, why is he saying so? Let's find out. Here, don't make fun of the camel's hump. Do you know what is camel's hump? Camel's hump refers to this uneven portion of the camel's back. Okay, it's bulgy, isn't it? Something like this. So this is called camel's hump. Okay, so the point asks us to not laugh or make fun of the camel's hump, because he's very proud. He loves his hump because it's a noble bump. He says he feels like it's something really wonderful, something really lovely. Okay, so moving on, don't laugh too much at the chimpanzee. He thinks he is as wise as you or me. So here is chimpanzee. Okay, so the poet is telling us to be careful and not to laugh at the chimpanzee, because if you laugh at the chimpanzee, what happens? He may not like it because he thinks he is as wise as you or me, means he has brains wiser than you or me. Okay, moving on. See, there are other animals also. You see, penguins are here, hippo is here, a bird is seen, right? And the penguins. Now we are talking about the penguins, and the penguins strutting around the lake can understand remarks you make. So, penguins, they slowly walk around this lake, isn't it? If you say something about them, the poet says they will understand. Okay, so be careful with what you say to the penguins. Strutting means to walk slowly. Okay, penguins walk slowly, isn't it? In a very funny manner. You see, this is how penguins walk, up and down, left and right. So if you say something to the penguins about the way they walk, if you make remark means to say something, they will understand. Okay, you see, here is a dangerous looking yellow snake. It is coiling itself in this tree, right? Moving on, class. Treat them as well as they do you, and you will always be welcome at the zoo. Means treat the animals as well as they do. Do not tease the animal, do not make fun, do not shout, or do not stick out your tongue to them. Otherwise, what they'll do is they will also not welcome you. Otherwise, they will welcome you like anything. Alright, so this wonderful poem is written by Eileen Matthias. Okay, it's nothing, it's about the different animals that we see in the zoo. You see, different animals are proud of their ability. They have made mention of camel is proud of its hump, right? And then when you visit zoo, you're not supposed to make fun of the chimpanzee. Why not? Because chimpanzee thinks he is as wise as us. And if you move along, you'll find other animals like penguin. You're not supposed to say anything about penguin because they will not like it. So all in all, if you behave well, you will be welcome at the zoo. Otherwise, the animals will not like you. Okay. So this poem is written by Eileen Matthias. We have learned some new words. What are they? Let's read once. Proud. Proud means to like what you are doing, to be happy about it. Noble means something really good, something that is right. Okay. Wise means to be skillful, to use your brain, to be able to think. Penguins are this flightless birds, I've told you. Strutting means to walk slowly and slowly like penguins do. Remark means to, what is the meaning of remark, class? Remark means to say what? Say something. Is it? It's wonderful, class. I believe you all have visited zoo, right? Have you visited zoo? It's a wonderful place to be. So, which animals' pictures are shown in the poem? Let's read them once again. Which animal is this? This is a chimpanzee. Let's move on. What do we have here? It is a camel. Moving on. These are penguins. And then what do we have here? We have a hippo here. Who's this? This is a bird. What is this? This is a snake, right? And then we have more animal picture. We have deer, and then we have lion, the king of the jungle, right? So that is it, class. I will just read the poem once again for you. You understand how to pronounce and read well, and read along. Try to read along with me. Okay, so let's do it well. Okay, let's go for it. Zoo manners. Be careful what you say or do when you visit the animals at the zoo. Don't make fun of the camel's hump. He's very proud of his noble bump. Don't laugh too much at the chimpanzee. He thinks he's as wise as you or me. And the penguins strutting around the lake can understand remarks you make. Treat them well as they do you, and you'll always be welcome at the zoo. Eileen Matthews. Okay. So class, now it's time for us to do what? To take a look at the exercises. Okay, let's do that. Reading is fun. Reading is always fun, right? How fun is it? Let's find out. So what do you see at the zoo? At the zoo, we see different animals like camel, chimpanzee, penguin, giraffe. Yeah, at the zoo we see different animals like camel, chimpanzee, giraffe, etc. Right? Then what else do we have? What does the camel have on its back? The camel have something called hump. What is it? Hump on its back. Is it? Have you been to a zoo? Let's talk, class. Talking is really important because we will never know whether you are learning English if you do not talk, right? So have you been to zoo? Been means have you ever gone to zoo? Yes, no. I think all of you have gone, right? So go for yes. Okay. So name the animals which you have seen in a zoo. Say the names in your own language and then in English. So you have to say the names of animals you have seen in a zoo in your mother tongue and in English. Okay. Let's say lion, giraffe, zebra, camel, etc. are some animals we have seen at the zoo. Okay. Next it says name the animal you like the most. If someone asks me which animal, I'll say lion because lion is the king of the jungle and to see lion is something wonderful. Yeah. Next. Did you feed any animal? Feed means to give food to any animals at the zoo. Should we tease animal? Tease means to make fun, like sticking tongue, calling name. Okay. So feeding zoo animal is not good, class, because those who live in the zoo, the caretakers, they take care of the animals, and we are not supposed to do that. And making fun of animals at the zoo is also no, it's wrong. Okay. Moving on now, let's listen. Okay, you have to listen and put a tick against the word that I will say. Okay, very simple. If I say it, you have to tick here. If I say at, you have to tick here. Think, thank. Then what else do we have? Fun. Hold the pencil along. Come on, let's do this wonderful activity. Hold the pencil along. Okay. fan, much, match, well, wall. Okay, wonderful. Moving on, let's see what else do we have. It say aloud. See, this is part of our pronunciation drill. You'll have to say these words aloud. See, there are pictures also so that you understand. Bump, hump, dump, crowd, crow, cloud, glow, noise, prize, size, pies, flies. Shall we do it again? Bump, hump, dump, crowd, crow, cloud, glow, noise, prize, size, pies, flies. Is it amazing, right? So bump, you all know, it's that lumpy area on the back of camel, which is called a hump. Okay, this bump is called hump. Dump means to leave something. Crowd, number of people gathering together, and so on. So find them out on your own. Now let's sing in that class. I'll just read this. Back at home, you try and do the singing on your own. Okay, let's sing and act. The elephant walks like this and that. He's so tall and so fat. So it's about elephant, isn't it? He walks like this and that. He's so tall and so fat. He has no fingers. He has some toes. But oh my goodness, what a big nose, isn't it? So it's about elephant. You asked to make sentence using this. Very simple. This is an elephant. You can say that. That is a horse. That is a rose. Whatever you like. Okay. So it's a fun class. Wonderful. Moving on, let's find out what else do we have. It's about writing. A visit to my village, right? So you asked to fill in the blank using the words from the box. See, in this box there are so many words. You have to try and do this. I'll do some and then you'll have to try and do them on your own. See, there are pictorial clues. These pictures are given. You have to derive clues and fill them up on your own. I'll do the first two. The rest should be done by you. In June, we went to a dash. What will it be? To a village, right? Village where my dash lives. This old lady must be who? Granny. So we'll go for grandmother. Okay. Then there are other pictures. Take clue and fill them up. We have what is this, and the other animals are shown. So try and do them on your own. Okay. Moving on. We have composition corner. Composition means to try and write something. Okay, you are asked to look at the picture and fill in the blank. So let's take a look at the picture. What kind of picture is it? Looks like some beautiful flowers together, isn't it? Roses there, sunflowers are there. Identify the others. Then there are honeybee, isn't it? They come and fly and sit on the bed of this flower, and then they suck the sweet juice or nectar with which they make honey, which is honey. Okay. So lines, flowers, buzz, to, bee, buzz. This is a dash. What will it be? It has dash on its wing. So class, try to look at this picture and do it on your own. I believe it's very simple for you. You don't have to worry about that, isn't it? Now some more activity follows. What kind of activity are this? It says help the bee to reach its home. What are the things that it met on the way that rhyme with bee? So you help the class, help the bee reach its home, class. Okay, make its way. I'm not doing that for you. It's a fun activity. And then there are pictures with which you have to fill in the blank. Very simple. Lion, lion, right? And what is this? Owl. Try and do the rest on your own. You asked to make the noise that animals make. Roar like a lion, bark like a dog, neigh like a horse. So try this activity on your own at home, class. It's going to be fantastic. Now one of my favorite activities has appeared. You asked to join the dots, complete the animal. What do you think it looks like? It looks like a dinosaur, right? So let's join the dots. Dots are joined, and then we'll get something. So class, I suggest you to do it on your own. We are not doing it, okay? So do it on your own. Moving on, what do we have? We have handwriting practice. All of you must improve your handwriting if you haven't started already. So impressions are provided here. Take your time, write slowly, and try and improve your handwriting if you haven't already. Okay. So with this, we come to conclusion of today's class. It was wonderful to have shared input of this lesson with you all. Thank you everyone for joining in. If you have liked this explanation, press like and then share it with your friends who have not been able to study due to this pandemic, who have not been able to go to school regularly, so that they can derive something out of this. Thank you everyone. Have a great time. Bye bye.